Many consider it the most beautiful and most romantic city in the world. Its emblematic monuments, the banks of the Seine, its luxury boutiques, everywhere so filled with history, make Paris an exceptional place. Today, we invite you to discover the City of Lights. We'll leave our luggage at Hotel Vernet, steps away from the Champs-Elysées, before heading to Boulevard Saint-Germain, where the Scandinavian furniture brand Bolia has opened the doors of its first Parisian boutique. Premium furniture for luxurious apartments. In Paris, the real estate market for prestigious properties is doing well, and that is what we'll discover in the company of our experts. We'll also invite you to enter the universe of Parisian art. Marie Laborde, director of the Laurent Strouk Galerie, unveils her most beautiful work. It's an excellent way to discover big names or unknown new talent and maybe even start a new collection. Note that in Paris, museums and galleries don't have the monopoly on art. Indeed, facing Place Vendôme at 8 Rue de la Paix, the windows of Swiss watch manufacturer Jaquet Droz reveal exceptional timepieces, blending fine watchmaking, art craftsmanship and machines. Finally, we head back to the hotel and we'll get dressed up for our evening wear for a magical dinner and show at the Moulin Rouge. But before that, we return to Rue Vernet. Ideally located between the Champs-Elysées and Avenue Marceau, the Hotel Vernet is a five-star establishment sought out by foreign clients that very much appreciate the noble materials like oak or Carrara marble found in the bathrooms. The establishment, which offers 50 rooms and suites, the majority of them connected, welcomes individual and family clients wanting to spend an exceptional moment in a refined, elegant and contemporary setting created by celebrity designer François Champsor. A former mansion bought in 2014 by the B Signature Hotels and Resorts Group, the space kept its typically Haussmannian style. The mouldings were preserved, same for the period chimneys, notably in the signature salon, a space perfect for business dinners and other family meals. Made from a block of pink marble, the Vernet bar, dressed in copper touches, is a must-see. Looking around, it's easy to recognize the signature of French artist, painter and filmmaker Jean-Michel Alberola. Another majestic work is this Gustave Eiffel dome, renovated in 2016, offering levé restaurant clarity and undeniable chicness. In the kitchen, British chef Richard Robe offers an inventive menu that evolves as the seasons go by. As our host of the day would say, luxury is an emotion. And it's true as we stroll through Paris and feel the emotion. The Champs-Elysées and Avenue Montaigne will quench your thirst for shopping. The Eiffel Tower will dazzle you with its 325 meters, like the Trocadero Gardens and their 93,930 square meters of green space. The center of the garden is marked by the famous Warsaw Fountain and its 20 water cannons that offer a remarkable aquatic spectacle. Not forgetting the Champ de Mars Park, a prestigious space for national gatherings. We pass by Saint-Germain-des-Prés, a maze of old streets dedicated to fashion, books and art, to end up a little further down at number 90 Boulevard Saint-Germain. It's here that the brand Bolia decided to call home for their first Parisian boutique. Rather fun, filled with colors and possessing an imprint of a certain minimalism, the premium Scandinavian furniture brand welcomes us in a warm, perfumed atmosphere with, as a bonus, free organic coffee available. Founded in 2000 in Denmark, Bolia today has 53 boutiques throughout the four corners of the globe, a brand whose notoriety continues to grow.
At Bolia, what you find here is new Scandinavian design, meaning it's Scandinavian design, but interpreted by international designers. It's a warm and attractive design, with materials like velvet or corduroy and colors like yellow, orange, and green.
Comme le jaune, l'orange et le vert.
Bolia collaborates with 30 designers from around the world to propose a furniture collection that is entirely made to measure according to your needs. Plus, Bolia proposes home decor accessories like vases, mirrors, and blankets. And to finish, Bolia has created a spa collection that includes soaps, hand creams, and scents for the home.
A 240 square meter boutique that spreads over 3 floors. The novelties are of course highlighted, like this pivoting lady chair model in light blue velvet, designed by Bussetti Garuti Radaeli, or this Cara couch designed by Joa Herrenknecht. Modular pieces that can be found in store or directly on the brand's website.
Bolia is not a style. Everyone can create their own style, because the mantra of Bolia is that no one lives like us, and that is why Bolia proposes thousands of possible combinations, all handmade in Europe, custom-made according to your needs and desires, that are then delivered directly to you.
A home can quickly become very expensive in Paris. Before thinking of furnishing one's apartment, you still have to be able to purchase it. In the capital, the average price per square meter is over 9,000 euros, a price that in the best neighborhoods can reach up to 20 to 22,000 euro per square meter in Saint-Germain-des-Prés, and even up to 40 to 50,000 euros per square meter for exceptional properties on Avenue Montaigne. Despite these prices, sales are doing well. In 2017, the resale market flirted with the 1 million transactions mark, an increase of 16% over 2016, according to the Federation of Real Estate. The attractiveness of the French capital seems to be undeniable, notably with wealthy foreign clients, as confirmed by Laurent and Vanda Demeure, specialists in prestigious properties for the Coldwell banker agency.
Today, the Parisian real estate market is doing very well, and today we've refound an influx of international buyers for Paris. Paris is both a prestigious market and an extremely fluid market, because there are always buyers. And further, currently more and more, there's a strong wave of people who are relocating due to Brexit, so we're in a very good market at the moment.
A flair and a touch of luck are necessary if we want to find the rare pearl in the beautiful neighborhoods. Because even if the Parisian market is dynamic, the very beautiful products are rare. The main criteria demanded are Haussmannian, interior space, and above all, a great location.
There are neighborhoods that are sought after by foreign clients. For example, Ile-Saint-Louis or Saint-Germain-des-Prés. They are well liked by the English and American clients, for example. Here, the Avenue Foch neighborhood is more sought after by the Russian or Middle Eastern clients. There is everything they love here, large and beautiful buildings with stunning views and close to their favorite areas like Avenue Champs-Elysées or Avenue Montaigne for their shopping. This apartment could please a foreign client because it's on the top floor, so you have a very large terrace that offers a view over the whole of Paris, which is rare. Plus, the apartment was entirely renovated, but it has kept its old charm, like here, for example. You have the original wood, and you have the old casement bolts on the windows.
In short, a 195 square meter renovated apartment, complete with 4 bedrooms, each benefiting from its own bathroom. The cherry on the cake? This 195 square meter terrace, offering a breathtaking view over Paris.
It's rare, it's magnificent, and this apartment is for sale.
Take note, apartment hunters. And if redecorating your interior is what you desire, whether it's sculptures or tableaux, know that Paris is full of renowned art galleries. For our part, we chose to head to Avenue Matignon. Of course, we have to stop off at the Champs-Elysées. Listed as one of the most visited sites of Paris, the famous avenue every day welcomes close to 300,000 visitors. Close to 2 kilometers long, this historical road connects the monumental Arc de Triomphe with Place de la Concorde. But before becoming one of the most beautiful avenues in the world, the Champs-Elysées was a swamp. It was in the 17th century that Le Nôtre, the gardener of Louis XIV, laid down the first stones. Perpendicular to the Champs, or fields in English, and steps away from the Palais de l'Élysée, is Avenue Matignon. It's here at number 2 that the Laurent Strouk Gallery established its headquarters. At first glance, connoisseurs would have noted the work of Philippe Iquili or the Spin Skull of Damien Hirst, a magnificent work among many others. Marie Laborde, the director of the gallery, presents the space to us.
We're an American pop art gallery, and also, let's say European pop, to be simple. So that means we're in a free figurative narrative, a new realism, from historical artists. And then we have new artists that we are integrating bit by bit into the gallery, and who, for us, are a sort of continuity of what we have promoted and represented up until now. Many of the artists you'll find at the gallery are American pop art artists, so you'll find works from Andy Warhol or Wesselman on a regular basis. There's Keith Haring, who is part of the free figuration narrative, but in the American category. And then we have our French artists that we have been promoting for a long time, notably the figurative narrative artists such as Jacques Monnery, Valerio Adami, Peter Classen, and then artists, continuing with our French movement, and free figurative, such as Robert Combes, who is a major artist in this gallery.
A French artist whose popularity is on the rise, especially with international collectors. Many of his works are being bought in Asia. Antonio Segui, Retna, and Richard Phillips, to whom we owe this oil on canvas, share the walls of this gallery. Philippe Pasqua is represented by his portrait of Picasso, while the newcomer, the artist Brusque, his talent literally blew everyone away.
Yes, there's a new arrival in the gallery who we love a lot and promote ferociously, who is part of the street art movement. He is a French artist, a Lyonnais to be precise, and he's about 40 years old and works on tearing and sagging. So there's always this dynamic of disintegration, something run down. We can try to take off, but we are sometimes brought back to reality, to the ground. There are often very important messages in his work.
An artist whose paintings will probably fly off the walls in the coming years. And speaking of art, another place of French expertise comes to mind. It all started with Louis XIV, who wanted to create a grand space to show absolute power in the heart of Paris. Napoleon got involved and replaced the statue of the monarch, removed from the throne in 1792, with a column poured of the bronze of 1,200 cannons taken from the enemy. The square, an octagonal gem of classic urbanism, was, over time, transformed into a luxury showcase. The biggest names in fashion, fine jewelry and watchmaking all came to set up shop there, making Place Vendôme and Rue de la Paix the most precious place in Paris. A wonder that continues in the shop windows of Jaquet Droz, one of the oldest Swiss watchmaking companies, created in 1738. 280 years of history and always the same emotion when we admire these automatons, the pride of the house. On the facade of the shop, located on Rue de la Paix, is the number 8, a true symbol.
The 8 is actually symbolic for Jaquet Droz. It is part of the codes of the house. It is an aesthetic signature, I would say, of the house, that one finds in the emblematic, iconic, and Grand Seconde collection.
nous avons lancé à l'occasion de la foire de Bâle 2018 la grande
At Baselworld 2018, we launched the Grand Seconde Skelet 1 ceramic, which once again highlights the pocket watch that was created in 1784, this time with the idea of really highlighting the deepest parts of the dial in a way to feature the number 8, so a difficult exercise for our watchmakers, but we managed to execute it beautifully.
Another novelty of 2018 inspired by the Lady 8 is the Lady 8 Petite and its double bracelet. Already richly decorated, like this Petite Heure Minute Lyon, unveiled in 2017, the Atelier d'Art collection recently welcomed the newcomer Petite Heure Minute Smalta Clara, a 35mm piece for ladies that plays with different colored enamels. Set with diamonds and dressed with a satin bracelet, it offers a sublime game of light. And because 2018 is the 280th anniversary of the house, 2 exceptional pieces were added to the Grande Seconde and Automate collections. The Grande Seconde Hommage is equipped with a Grand Feu enamel dial. It's the first time that the house has created a wristwatch in yellow gold. It's an anniversary model limited to 88 pieces. Proof once again that amazement is an art that the Chaux de Fonds brand masters perfectly. Here they offer a magical moment by unveiling their second anniversary model.
Le deuxième modèle est la montre de poche Parrot.
The second model is a parrot repeater pocket watch that unites, I would say, all the expertise of the house in terms of watch technology, the mastering of automatons, and the arts workshop.
Des automates et des ateliers d'art.
It's a unique piece announced at 1 million Swiss francs. It's certainly a day that's full of emotion, and it's not over yet. Quick stop at the Montmartre Sacred Heart Basilica, the second most visited site in Paris, with more than 11 million visitors recorded in 2017, according to numbers published by the Tourism Office and the Paris Congress, just behind Notre Dame Cathedral, that attracted just over 1 million more. Built in a Romano-Byzantine style, it offers one of the most beautiful panoramic views of the capital at an altitude of 130 meters. From a distance, we can even distinguish the arms of a windmill, a moulin in French. A historical cabaret that is world-renowned for its crazy soirée. Welcome to the Moulin Rouge. At nightfall, the place comes alive. Created in 1889, the place has always been dedicated to extravagance. During the Roaring Twenties, the Moulin enjoyed its time of glory with stars like Mistinguett. Then it experienced incredible success in 1962, when Jaquet Clerico bought and owned it. 1 year later, in 1963, he launched the Frou-Frou show. Success was immediate and so big that, by superstition, all the following shows' names started with the letter F. So in 2000, the Féerie show was born, which is still on stage today, in a room that hasn't changed one iota in decades.
The room as we know it today has been like this since the 50s, since everything was redone at the time by a renowned decorator called Henri Mahet. And of course, the hall is part of the whole evening experience. We have a tendency to think that the evening is mainly the show, but I like to think that the evening starts when we enter the hall, because when we come for dinner at 7 p.m, the show only starts at 9 p.m. So between 7 and 9, we're in a totally unique atmosphere that prepares the spectator for the upcoming show.
Féerie is a show of 4 tableaus that last an hour and a half and is enchanted with incredible songs and dances and amazing scenes. In the troupe, there are 14 nationalities, 100 artists, including 60 on stage, all perfectly mastering the most famous Parisian dances, the one that tourists love.
The Moulin Rouge is a place that's full of history. It's here that the French can-can was created. So the French can-can remains one of the major dances and highlights of the show. And of course, spectators want to see the French can-can.
Splendid costumes have all been made on site for the past 10 years. Shoemakers, feather workers, in all there are more than 30 workers creating and restoring these costumes every day, each item custom made for each artist. Homemade, that is also found on the plates in the dining room. Since 2015, everything is made at 82 Boulevard de Clichy. Other changes could be made soon, for the 130th anniversary of the cabaret. According to our sources, a new show is being planned, after almost 2 decades of loyal service of the Féerie show. So we can only advise you to buy your tickets quickly. And so ends our visit to Paris. We'll see you again soon for another new city trip.